Greetings, the Hijabi Gamer here, and yes, I am making a video about the whole thing with the Lord of the Rings and the OneRing.net, because you see, unlike a lot of other people who are talking about it, I was there. You see, I was on the OneRing.net. So, to start off, I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Now, I'm not like, say, just some guy. Just some guy is just amazing. I mean, this guy is awesome. I love his channel. But when it comes to the Lord of the Rings, he knows just... There are times when he's talking in Elvish. I'm nothing like him. I've never read the Silmarillion. I tried. I kind of got bored. I've seen the Christopher Tolkien books. I love the Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings, don't get me wrong, but not that much. I think I had maps of Middle-earth at one point. I don't know what happened to them. But I have read the trilogy and The Hobbit multiple times, okay? And when I heard about that they were making a live-action Lord of the Rings movies. I mean, even better than that. They were making a trilogy. They weren't trying to combine it into one. No, they were making 3 separate movies. I was ridiculously over the top excited. I mean, I had seen the 2 animated, I think it's Baskin movies. There's The Hobbit and The Return of the King. They're basically for kids. Yeah, I've seen those multiple times. And I have seen the animated where they have the weird live action. I think it goes to the middle of the 2 towers. I can't remember exactly where. It's been a while. But, yeah. So when I heard about live action Lord of the Rings movies, oh my god, was I excited. Like, above and beyond excited about these movies. So I was on the OneRing.net all of the time, just eagerly awaiting any news out of this. You know, teasers, leaks, pictures, anything. Toys. You know, Lord of the Rings calendars, you name it. I was just eagerly eating it all up. So when I hear this nonsense coming from them, well, I gotta call it out because I was there. So according to those poor victims at the OneRing.net, who most of them probably weren't even there because they're just... Anyway, according to the OneRing.net on Twitter, which it won't show well on my phone because... Listen. We've been dealing with homophobic comments for decades, and it's still wrong. Whatever toxic arguments are being said now about Lord of the Rings fandom and adaptations is the same trash that said Ian McKellen was the worst affront to Tolkien's legacy ever. Decades. They've been dealing for this for decades. I'm gonna say it. Bullshit. I'm sorry. But I was on the site. I was visiting the LordofTheRings.net all of the time. This is a load of the stuff I scoop out of Buster's litter box. Okay? Not true. They're saying this nonsense so that they could paint themselves as victims to decades of bullying and giving themselves the excuse to call fans toxic. And I am sick of it because you see, this time I was there, and as a fan of the Lord of the Rings movies, I'm just highly insulted. I was there. They're making this up because they know that fans are going to be pissed off by this stupid show that Amazon is making. And they know fans are going to start criticizing. They've been criticizing it already. And then so now they could be like, oh no, yeah, it's just those fans. We've been dealing with them for decades. They're horrible people. Don't listen to them, instead of addressing the actual genuine concerns that fans have. You know, the people who are going to be paying money for the merchandise that might come out of this, who might sign up for Amazon Prime to watch this. No, you can't address the actual genuine concerns. Have you even read the books? Were you even on the OneRing.net 20 years ago when these movies were coming out? I mean, this is a lie. I did not know about Ian McKellen until after the movies had come out and there was an interview with him on television because I remember it very clearly. Because you see, I did try to watch a lot of television back then because we didn't have cable. No, in our house, so we'd moved to New Jersey, our house was set up for cable. So there was no antenna on the roof. So if you wanted to watch something on television, you had to hold the bunny ears. It was a pain in the butt to deal with. And I remember, because I wanted to see that interview with Ian McKellen about the Lord of the Rings, and that's when I found out. I'm like, wait, what? And that was between, white static because it barely worked. no one had a problem with Ian McKellen because he did an amazing job as Gandalf. He was awesome. The movie was just, what people talked about were things like, hey, is Tom Bombadil, that was a big deal, Tom Bombadil not being in the movies, okay? How long were the movies going to be? Because, these are long books. Were they going to have the Ents in the movie? Stuff like that. How loyal were they going to be to the books? That's what mattered to people. I saw Hidalgo because of Viggo Mortensen. Another thing I remember people talking about, Legolas's hair color. Because according to the books, I think there's only 1 or 2 lines which refers to it as dark. So they said he probably had brown hair. Because his father is Thranduil, a wood elf. So it was more likely Legolas had brown hair and not blonde. It doesn't mean Orlando Bloom wasn't such an amazing, awesome Legolas. Yeah. So this, like I said, is just to label the fans as horrible people and don't listen to them because all they're going to say is toxic stuff and we've been dealing with this for decades. You've not been dealing with this for any period of time. This, at most, you might have 1 or 2 people. I mean, you're talking to a Muslim who's telling you that's a load of garbage. All right? I can't, I stopped visiting the OneRing.net after the movies came out because, hey, the movies were out. I mean, I was on that website because I wanted news about the movies. My God, you want to know what? Let's see if I can. I have the books in Japanese. I'm planning on selling these on Mercari at this point because I never learned enough Japanese. But they're multiple volumes. That's how much of a fan I was of these books, alright? Here's my movies. Because only, no fan would dare have anything but the extended edition. After I got the extended edition, I never watched anything but the extended edition. And now they're talking about what graphic sex scenes in the movie, in this new TV show. What's interesting is I understand other people care for it. I personally am not a fan. I don't see the point. If you want to watch porn, why not just go find porn? I mean, you really don't need it. If things fade out, you know what's going on, right? But the fact that other people are saying, hey, we don't want this in the Lord of the Rings. So that's like, I'm not alone. Like I said, I've never even seen Game of Thrones, okay? I saw the first episode of Game of Thrones, saw the 2 siblings, the twin brother and sister going at it. And it was like, yeah, I'm really not into this. And I understand it gets better over time, and I'm missing out on something great. But honestly, like I said, if you want to watch porn, and I've already said, I'm not for censorship. As long as it's, appropriately labeled, to each their own. You can watch your own Game of Thrones. I don't have a problem. But the fact that other people are saying, we don't want this in the Lord of the Rings, makes me realize I'm not in the minority on this. I mean, look, at the end of the day, if you're going to make something based on the Lord of the Rings, you need to stay true to the Lord of the Rings. What's the point? And on top of that, what do you think? That if you make something that isn't staying true to the Lord of the Rings, and the fans get angry and say stuff against it, and you insult the fans, that somehow you're going to threaten them into watching your show? I mean, if you start calling fans ists and phobes and whatever other nonsense because they don't like your TV, your expensive TV show, they're going to go, oh my God, I have to watch this then. They said I'm an ist if I don't watch it. Oh my God, no. They'd be like, to hell with this. Why am I going to watch? I'm not going to watch something if you threaten me. I mean, I just say, you what's the saying? You catch more flies with honey than vinegar? Yeah. You're gonna piss off the fans. They're not gonna watch it. I mean, the only reason I have Amazon Prime, to be honest, is because of the free shipping. Because that's how I get my Red Bull. And my cat litter. Free shipping. I can't carry a 40-pound box of cat litter on my bicycle, and $50 for 24 cans. Really good deal. But so to me, the Amazon Prime TV is just a perk. You save a ton on shipping. But I don't have to watch it. I can watch anything else. Anyway, this is one very pissed off Lord of the Rings fan giving her thoughts on the whole thing. Like, comment, and let me know what you think, you know, and and don't, and you know what? Let me add this: don't attack Nerdrotic. You attack Nerdrotic, you're already on my bad side. Anyway, like, comment, let me know what you think, share, and I hope to see you in the tower. In the OneRing.net, never again am I going to your site. Never. Never. Liars. Liars.